You've got a customized curriculum, a volunteer who's able to personalize it to a child, a great learning environment with all of the Capturing Kids Arts tools. It seems like an incredibly impactful program on ground. The question then is, how do you take something so personalized, so customized, and then scale that across India? 150 learning centers, 40 cities. How does that translate to different cultures, different centers across India?
It's a problem that we solve every year. I say that very intentionally because it's a journey to build something like that. When we scale a solution that is so dependent on people, there is a lot of attention to people that we need to give. In our experience, something that we've learned is the more we empower people within these environments, the better the solution works. The decision making has to happen at the teacher level and on the ground. And everything that we do, the mindset that we approach it with is not to say, we'll tell you exactly what to do, just do that and come. But on the other hand, it is, we'll give you a lot of tools and we'll give you a lot of structure. But within that, we will enable you to be creative. And interestingly enough, when we do that, volunteers, the people who are in the ecosystem, feel really empowered to teach. And the students feel really empowered also, because it feels like they have control over how they learn in their classrooms. What we've done intentionally is we have something called learning circles. About 7 to 10 students and their volunteers become one learning circle in every shelter home.
Nice.
So I might have about 50 students, but they're in smaller groups, about 5 to 6 learning circles. Within this learning circle, what happens is the teachers are in connection with each other. After every class, they sit down and do a debrief of the classroom. They discuss in WhatsApp groups what they're going to teach next week.
Nice.
So this becomes like a unit and it's the whole 2 pizza rule. Small groups work and they become like a unit that works with the children through the year. In order for this unit to be guided, what happens is there's an experienced teacher who becomes a leader after 1 year of teaching. And they take care of one learning circle. So during class, this leader comes in class and they observe how teachings are going. After class, they sit down for half an hour and debrief. This is an expectation we set with everybody. We train them for it. They come in saying, hey, I sign up for 2 hours of teaching class, and then I also will sign up for that debrief.
30 minutes of debrief. Nice.
Only when they sign up, we even recruit them as volunteers.
Very good.
Right? And another important part here is, in order for this whole thing to work, a volunteer has to be consistent. The other thing that we tell them is when they join, we expect them to come to 80% of the classes. I think that how that converts is about, in a year, we get about 16,000 applications, but we only take about 4,000 volunteers. After this layer, 10 of these groups will get mapped to one person who we call the chapter leader. And the chapter leader essentially governs about 80 students, and they're still a volunteer. They've been in the ecosystem for 2, 3, 4 years. They have an experience of how this has to work. So they're really empowered to run the year. They handle recruitment, they handle training the volunteers, we give them tools and resources. A lot of this management happens just by people. And up until this layer, there's no staff.
All volunteers.
That's the power of this. If you build the right structure, then they're able to take care of the whole thing. We have great retention every year. We have good attendance from across every single layer. After this, you have the first paid person, the first staff layer, which is your fellow. A fellow has about 200 plus students. They work with about 3 chapter leaders. Then they take care of all the learning circles below them. And this person trains, equips, visits centers, does audits, and layer this with tech. They have a lot of tech that's working on the side, which collects data, it reinforces decision making, and all the resources are also tech enabled. So people are able to quickly use their phones and get all these resources. We're also integrating a lot of AI into this. So when you build a platform like this intentionally, then you see a lot of scalability, even for a solution that's so customizable and personal.